Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show, where you'll find health and fitness inspiration, motivation, and information shared in 15-minute episodes. Tune in while getting a move on to make leading and enjoying the benefits of a healthy lifestyle almost too easy. It's the Fit 15. And now your host, Catherine Basu.
Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show. I'm your host, Catherine Basu, and I'm so excited to share with you the conversation I had with today's guest, Briana Limoncelli, who is one of our talented personal trainers over at my fitness company, Fit Armadillo. And what's really exciting is that Briana's actually teaching this coming Wednesday, July 24th, 2019. She has a live online group fitness class. So I can share the times with you, but they are going to vary depending on where in the world you would be joining this live class from. So the best way to figure out if the class will work for your schedule is to go to the class page. That is fitarmadillo.com/classes, where you can learn more, sign up, check the time in your time zone, and hopefully enjoy that class with Briana and get to experience her fitness class for yourself, get to experience her as a fitness professional for yourself this week. Okay, so wanted to mention that in the intro because Briana and I recorded this episode several months ago now, and unfortunately there was not enough time in my day to work on any podcast editing lately. It's all for good reasons. There's a lot of exciting things happening at Fit Armadillo, including the relaunch of my book as a paperback this coming fall. So been busy in a good way, but really excited to share her Meet the Trainer episode with you today and that you actually could enjoy a class with her this week. All right, so who is Briana Limoncelli? She is an ACE certified personal trainer who has been certified since 2013 and has worked with us here at Fit Armadillo since 2015. With a background in gymnastics and as a competitive gymnastics coach, she has an appreciation for full body training. Briana believes that focusing on all areas of the body as well as the mind is the best way to become motivated toward our goals. This belief can move you forward in all aspects of life, and she's interested in helping you reach your goals, starting by transforming the way you view fitness. It's really been an honor to have Briana as part of the Fit Armadillo team. Love you, Briana. Thank you for all that you do for our clients. And I am working slowly but surely on getting testimonials for Briana specifically on the website. So that's something else that's happening behind the scenes. But spoiler alert, she's well loved by everyone who takes her class. So don't miss out. Go sneak over to fitarmadillo.com/classes to join that class this coming Wednesday, July 24th, 2019. And let me introduce you to Briana. Here is our conversation. Well, welcome to the podcast, Briana. I'm excited to have you as my guest today.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here with you.
Yeah. So you've been part of the Fit Armadillo team for a while, although we had you on a break for a little bit for some exciting things in your life. But wanted to have you share maybe, what you have been doing at Fit Armadillo and how you kind of got there, how you became a trainer, kind of what your background is there.
Yeah. So I've actually been a gymnast most of my life. So fitness has always been a part of my lifestyle. In high school and in college, I did coach a gymnastics team. And through that experience, I learned how to work with people of all different ages, starting from very young and moving up into the high school, even college years. And it's really nice to just work with different types of people to see what their needs are.
Oh, very cool. So I didn't realize you had, so for the gymnastics team, it was just various levels or?
Yeah. So I worked mostly with younger levels, like lower level competitive teams.
Oh, cool.
So I taught regular classes as well, but I also was working with lower level gymnastics competitive teams.
Very cool.
What happened was when I was in college, that slowed down a little bit because I was busy. I'm actually a dental hygienist as well. So, during that college during the college years, I did slow down with the coaching, but I did go back and forth helping with some of the teams. During that time, my coach actually closed the gym that she was, that she owned for all those years that I was there. So I felt lost. So I wanted to find something that I could still help people, with their fitness and just being part of a team. So that's when I became an ACE certified personal trainer. I did that in the summer of 2013.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've had you teach some classes and all that, and people love your classes. So that's been really fun to see.
Yeah. No, I love teaching the classes. I love the small groups. I think it's so fun because it's, it is a little challenging because when people are at different levels, it's hard to keep, everyone happy.
Right.
But it's really been a great experience for me because, I'm able to assess, while I'm doing it, and I'm learning every class. So that's like really exciting for me.
Yeah. So I guess would you talk about like what is your style as a personal trainer? I mean, I know you have the gymnastics background, but what would people expect maybe if they end up taking a class with you?
Yeah, I would say like body weight exercises. I love to do circuit exercises, which I think it's great for shorter class times. So class times that are 30 minutes to 45 minutes, it's very hard to get a lot in. But with the circuit training, you could kind of go nonstop. You're keeping your heart rate up the whole time, and you're getting a lot of work in that short period of time.
Sure. No, for sure. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now,
So I like to do, the circuits, but I like to do a lot of flows as well. So not that it's yoga or Pilates, but I like to flow into each exercise. So you make the most of your time. So, in between doing stretching after each exercise, I think that's very important, for your recovery as well as just giving you a time to rest.
Very cool. Very cool. So I guess what are some of the things that you learned most from your gymnastics background that like would we maybe see in a class? I think that's really interesting. I know a lot of people will say they want to have like a gymnastics, or gymnast body, right? So like are there certain exercises that you find that you would have used from that background as well? Hi friends, it's Catherine, and I'm sure you're waiting to hear what it takes to have a gymnast body, but wanted to just pop in to remind you that if you're using the episode to get in an out and back walk and only have 15 minutes, that sound was your halfway point reminder. We're about 7.5 minutes into the episode, so you'll want to turn around now. All right, back to Briana.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm a gymnast, I focus a lot on form. So you really can't do any exercise without having the proper form, because then it's just a waste of time and you have a risk of injury. So I really do try and focus on form before moving forward onto more difficult activities. You want to start, you want to start and see where the person is at. Each client is different. So if you start lower, then you could work with them to move forward. But form is very important to me. Stretching is very important to me. All those things come from my gymnastics background.
Very cool. That's good. Good to have a well-rounded routine. Sometimes people think that fitness is just, doing your strength training routine or maybe just, or I think we kind of gravitate towards what we enjoy. Like I like to just do my cardio if I had to choose, but that's not really what's going to make a well-rounded routine, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, but I think it is really important to do well-rounded, activities, because a lot of people also think that if you're lifting weights, you're going to be bulky or something, but that's just not the case.
Right.
Every workout is different. So you really have to find what your focus is, but you also have to balance it with other types of workouts. You should try to, be a well-rounded exerciser.
Sure.
Running is great, of course, but you also need to make sure that you're focusing on your stretching and, your strength training, because that could help you in the long run,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, for
So
sure.
I like to do a lot of core work. That's just like, I love that. I focus on that. I love it. It helps me in all of my other workouts, but I do have to remember like, okay, like let me make sure I work on this arm real quick today, or let me make sure I'm getting the cardio in for my heart and, all those things, because everyone tends to focus on doing what they like to do. And that's the same as like eating. And, I love cookies, but I can't eat cookies all day.
Right.
So you have to make sure you're finding a perfect balance, and it is hard. And it's also hard when you're living with people who aren't on the same page as you. So I think it's really important to have a partner, or, it could be a friend or a family member, just someone to support you, because someone living with you or living close around you, like a coworker or something like that, it's very important to have that support.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's why, I mean, there's knowledge out there about following a fitness routine and all that, but that's why working with a trainer can be so helpful, is that you have someone that can kind of guide you along and hold you accountable, right? Based on, what's going on in your daily life. So.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we are trainers ourselves, and I could speak for myself that when I go to someone else's class, I learn so much from that,
Sure.
because everyone has a different style, but it's also a push and it's a motivation. So I may know the reasoning on why they're doing something, but it's maybe something I never thought of doing before. So as a trainer myself, I think it's good to have a guide. So as someone who doesn't maybe have that background, to have a trainer is really something special. And it's also special to have someone that you could connect with and feel comfortable with.
Sure.
Because that makes a big, that makes a big difference too. Like, I know that one of our clients that we've been working with, she's been joining some of our group classes at Fit Armadillo, and she has worked out in the past. She actually is a receptionist, like at a gym. She answers phones and she does people's, signing in and registration and things like that. But she doesn't know how to work out herself, and she feels embarrassed to be at a gym. So the reason why she really likes our classes is because she could stay inside of her own comfort zone. She could, turn her screen off if she wants and not feel embarrassed to have someone telling her, how to work out or just guiding her.
Yeah, no,
so I think that's really cool thing.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I love that you shared that, because that's why I wanted to do things this way. I never, envisioned having an online fitness company per se, especially when I started out, which was like over a decade ago. We didn't really have all this online stuff going on.
Yeah.
But definitely it's rewarding to see people be able to feel comfortable and, be able to work out and learn what to do and enjoy those benefits of fitness without having to leave the home and maybe their comfort zone, or even just, I mean, I don't know where you live, I think too, having to deal with a lot of traffic, which can, the time thing can be a barrier as well, right?
It can deter you, yeah.
So
it can deter you, yeah. But I think a lot of it, a lot of people have that deterrence because of their confidence level. So if they're not sure of what they're supposed to be doing or what they think they should supposed to be doing, and they have other people around them, maybe they feel that they're being watched or whatever the case is, being able to be in your own home and be coached in that way it's very special. It's really a cool thing. I love the idea, and as a trainer, it's very convenient for me because I can be doing a billion things before or after, but I know for that half hour or that hour, I could be solely with my client in my own space, and it's not taking that extra time out of my day. So I know that it's not taking extra time out of the client's day because it's helping me so much. And, other clients that I've worked with at Fit Armadillo, also group classes, they're mothers, so they don't have anyone to watch their kids. So I've done classes with kids like crawling on top of them and all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, and they're apologizing. And I'm like, no, this is awesome. Like, you're doing something that you would not have been doing if you didn't have the opportunity to do these classes online. So I just think it's a really cool thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually when I first started doing the classes. There was a Christmas challenge, like a workout challenge I did. And I thought, well, there's this Google Hangout thing, maybe as a reward for the end of the challenge, it was a free challenge, we could have a free workout that's over video chat. And one of the women who was involved brought her son, and it was so cool to see, because I'm sure, I don't know if you've experienced this, but when I was younger, I think I was a pretty well-behaved kid, but you weren't able to work out at the gym until you were 13. And I just wanted to maybe in the winter, get a run in, getting ready for track or something. And weren't able to necessarily do that because you weren't of age, or you see kids, that are younger have to go to the daycare at the gym. But I think it's really cool that, as a mom or a parent in general, you could share that you are going to work out, but if you choose to have your kids around, they can experience that with you. And kids really do copy what we do, right, versus what we say. So I love that can be a good influence on the kids as well. Maybe sometimes for the moms, I know it's tricky if they have someone crawling on them, but I think it's a good thing overall, right?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And it's just like a great example of the lifestyle that you want to teach your kids to have. So if they see that you're doing that, I think that's a really great thing. That has to do with the whole household, just setting an example overall.
Yeah.
Because just you doing something like that could influence, maybe your husband who's like really, getting home so late every day and he doesn't want to go to the gym, but this is an option for someone like that who can just jump on the computer and do something on their own time. Like, I think it's so cool.
Sure. Well, yeah. Well, thanks. And I'm glad we get to have you as part of the team, because I know everyone loves your classes. So
Thank you. No, I enjoy it. I think more than everyone else does. I'm not sure, but I get excited every time, and I get really excited because I try and plan something that's different every time, so that the frequent people are not getting bored.
Sure.
But it's really exciting. I love it. I have so much fun, and what I love the most about this, one, obviously because it's on my own time and it's in my own space, but two, because I get to meet people from all over the country or the world. Like, I had one class, it was a group class. It was someone from New York. There was a client from Florida, California, and Australia in the same class. And I was like, this is like the coolest thing. Like, I was telling all my friends, and like, I don't know, it was just so exciting for me. Like, when do you ever get to experience something like that? Like, that was just so cool. It was really cool. So that was very exciting for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's also cool for the clients to be in classes with people all over, because sometimes people are embarrassed to be with people like if they're on speed because they feel like maybe they're not up to par or whatnot, or maybe they know someone who knows someone and they just feel more embarrassed. This is like a place where you get to meet new people. You're not being judged. Everyone is so just excited to be with each other. I think it's really cool.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, yeah, no, I love getting to teach classes, as well. And it has been really fun to see people get to join from all over. And it is funny, right? They have everyone's different time zones, but people have different schedules. So
yeah, like it was that class. I had someone, they were like tired because it was so late. And then this one's like, this is not late enough. And it was just so funny. I was like, I don't even know what time it is, but let's get going. Let's do this. But cool. That was one of the highlights of working with Fit Armadillo for me.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. All right, I have another question for you. Let's say that you only had 15 minutes, which is, kind of the length I try to make the podcast show be. But what would you do if you personally had only that amount of time and you had to like get the workout in, go take a shower, and get on with your day, just to give listeners an idea of, something they could do?
Yeah, so I always try and get in a little bit of a workout a day. Does it happen every day? No, but we're all human, but we do try. So if I did have 15 minutes, I would definitely try and do some sort of interval training, which is our, set segments of time. So let's say I'll start out with a set of jumping jacks for 30 seconds, and then I move into crunches for 1 minute, and, you alternate minutes. So one workout that I love to do, let's say I choose 5 to 6 workouts, and I just do it for a minute each time, and then I repeat it for about 3 to 4 sets. So for me, that could give you a good 15 minutes, and you're in.
Yeah.
Sliding that workout right in, and then you jump in the shower and you go down with your day.
Yep. No, I love that. Getting your heart rate up, but also getting some strength training in probably as well, and maybe a little stretch at the end.
Yep. A little stretch at the end is always recommended.
Very cool. Well, awesome. Well, I loved having you on the show and learning a little bit more about your background. Oh, I kind of alluded that you had a fun life event happen recently, but did you want to tell the listeners where you've been? Like some of the people that have been looking for you on the schedule, where you've been?
Yeah. So March 15th, I actually married my best friend. It was the best day of my life. I know everyone says it, but it really was great.
Yeah.
And we were actually away for 2 weeks in Tahiti. We went to Bora Bora.
Oh, nice.
And we sat on the beach for all that time, and it was amazing. The best experience of my life.
Well, I love that. And congratulations. I don't know if I saw any Tahiti pictures. I'm going to have to go check those out.
Yeah, listen, it's a trip, but it is so worth it. It was gorgeous, and the culture was great. The food was great. The company was great. We had a really, really nice time.
Aw, well, congratulations. I'm really happy for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very excited. So now, we're preparing our home, and it's been a crazy, busy time, but it's all good things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, that's awesome, Briana. Well, guess I'll have to let us both go. I know it's a busy weekend coming up, right? So
yes.
But we were thinking about getting on the schedule for next week on Wednesday. So what do you think you want to offer for Wednesday? We'll kind of put that out there for the listeners.
Yeah, I think I want to do one focus this week. I'm going to focus on our middle body. I want to do the core. Focus on our bellies. The summer is coming. I know everyone's starting to take their shirts off. Just kidding. Getting ready for their bathing suits. But I think that's something that I want to focus on.
Yeah, I love that. And like you said, it's important. People want those like mirror muscles, I guess we call them, right? What you're looking at in the mirror, but also it's important structurally, like just to be able to move well too. So I like it.
Yeah. And like I said before, I do like to focus on core workouts for myself, but to be honest, the core is the base of your body. So if your core is strong, you could do anything.
Oh, for sure. Awesome, Briana. Well, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll get some people that are listening into their first or maybe more than maybe their second or third class in this coming week.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to see everyone.
All right, friends, it's Catherine. You heard it. Briana's personal invitation to join her for a class this week. Head on over to fitarmadillo.com/classes to save your spot if there still are some. Classes are capped at 10 participants so that you can get feedback from Briana if you would like. You are able to, as Briana mentioned in the episode, not share your screen if that's what you would like to do. That makes you more comfortable. And wanted to mention that the class is on Wednesday night for those of you in the US, but in some time zones, it will be happening on Thursday morning. So you can just check what time it will be where you are going to be joining class from by going to fitarmadillo.com/classes. And if you get there and see that it's not a good time for you, feel free to complete the survey that you'll find on that same page so that you can share the better days and times for you so that we can try to add classes at those times in future weeks. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the podcast. I hope you enjoy getting to learn more about Briana. If you have actually enjoyed a class or a private session with Briana, but haven't shared any feedback on that yet, there's always time to do that. Make sure you send me an email. info@fitarmadillo.com is the best way. That's info@fitarmadillo.com. And I will be working on adding your praise and testimonials to the website, to our Instagram, where you can see I've started to slowly but surely add praise to our highlight reel. So really appreciate you sharing that so other people can learn about how amazing Briana is. She really does love teaching classes and working with clients. So would love to have her get more awesome clients like you enjoying what she has to offer by sharing just how great she really is with some feedback. And if I haven't mentioned this before, photos are always welcome. So if you're willing to share your picture, I'd love to have you do that. And I know it really helps people see that there's a real face behind the words that you're sharing. So thanks so much for listening. Thanks in advance for your shares and reviews of Briana's classes and sessions. Hope you get to enjoy that class. Wanted to just give you an update. Tomorrow's podcast interview is with a really awesome fitness professional who does not teach with Fit Armadillo, but who has founded a fitness company that has some really cool boutique fitness classes that you might be able to bring to your studio, whether you are already a trainer or not. So I know a lot of you listen to the podcast, and while I've created it for beginner exercisers to help them get inspired to get moving, that was my target for the podcast, target audience. I have many individuals who tune in who are fitness professionals or who want to become fitness professionals. So if that's you or you know someone who falls into that category, tomorrow's episode is one you do not want to miss. So I hope you'll enjoy that. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you're enjoying the podcast, I hope you'll go over to iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, and leave us a rating and review. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Fit 15. For show notes and more, visit fitarmadillo.com/podcast. See you next time.